right, class, let's take a look at your worksheet 4.1 here today. So in number one, it just simply asks you to write the following equations in function notation. This is simply where you're going to replace the y value with f of x. So these three problems will go actually pretty quick. So I'm just replacing this y value with f of x. So f of x equals 5x minus 7. Replace this y with f of x. So on this second one, f of x equals the square root of 2x minus 5. And on the last one, replace the y with f of x. F of x equals 3x squared minus 4x plus 6. All right, that was actually pretty quick. All right, on the next problem, number 2, it says consider the following functions. So here I have f of x equals 2x minus 9. G of x equals 3 times the absolute value of x minus 12. And h of x equals the square root of 3x minus 5. So I'm asked to find certain values here. So the first one I'm asked to find is f of 5. So f of 5, so what I do is I'm using this function right here. So I'm replacing the 2 with replacing the x with a 5. So I can just quickly plug that in my calculator. 2 times 5, whoops, didn't take my multiplication there, minus 9 equals 1. So f of 5 equals 1. So I'm going to stay with the f function here and do the next one down below, f of negative 3. So f of negative 3 again, just plugging in negative 3 for x. So I get f of negative 3 equals, plug it in my calculator, 2 times negative 3, and then I'm going to subtract 9 more. I get negative 15. All right, let's take a look at the next two. So here it says find g of 2. So this one's referring to this function. So g, whoops, I actually started right f. That was funny. G of 2 equals, so I'm going to plug 2 right in here. 3, absolute value, 2 minus 12. So I can go 3. Now to get the absolute value symbol, math, right arrow, there's my ABS. 2 minus 12, plug that in there, and I get g of 2 to equal 30. As I do the next one, find g of negative 2. Okay, so 3, replace the x with negative 2 minus 12. So I'm going to do the same thing, use my calculator. So 3, math, right arrow, absolute value. Now I'm going to plug in negative 2 minus 12. Use the arrow out, hit enter, and look at that, I get 42. All right, let's take a look at the next set of functions. So for the next set of functions I have is for h of x. So sorry, just want to kind of switch colors here. So here I'm going to replace the x with 10. So h of 10 equals the square root of 3 times 10 minus 5. So h of 10, calculator time, 3 times 10 minus 5 equals 5. All right, let's do the last one. Find h of 35. So h of 35 equals the square root 3 times 35 minus 5. So h of 35 equals, so I go square root 3 times 35 minus 5, and I get 10. All right, let's take a look at the last two here at the bottom. So the first one says, find x if f of x equals 39. So I'm going back to this equation right here, and I'm replacing this piece with the number 39. So I get 39 equals the 2x minus 9. So now I just have to solve for x. So to undo subtraction, I add 9. So I get 48 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 24. So what's nice is I could do a little check if I wanted to. I could plug it in and say, all right, go back to the function up here and say, what's 2 times 24? And subtract 9. Sure enough, it equaled 39. I did that problem right. All right, let's take a look at the last one here. It says find x if h of x equals 7. So I'm going to this equation right here and putting 7 right in that spot. So I'm saying 7 equals the square root of 3x minus 5. All right, so to undo a square root, you're going to see later on in a lesson, we square both sides. So 7 squared is 49. Square and square root cross each other out, and I'm left with 3x minus 5. Now I just have to get x by itself. So I'm going to add 5. So 54 equals 3x. I'm going to divide by 3. X equals 18. I'm going to do a quick little check. What I can do is I can plug that back in and say, all right, what is the square root of 3 times 18 minus 5? So when I hit enter here, I better get 7. That's what I started with, 7. Sweet. All right, so I'll just lower this down so you can see that again real quick. So I hope that work helped you out with your homework assignment. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.